Social media is one of the greatest inventions in the 21st century that innovated our society, whether it was for better or for worse. It has changed our ways of communication, along with the way we view certain topics. I'm a very active social media user myself, as I enjoy scrolling through platforms such as Twitter and TikTok, strictly for entertainment purposes and connecting with friends online. But anyone who uses social media daily uses it for many different reasons, which are where some people either approve of it or disapprove of it. Social media has been the most reliable way of communication in today's society, which promotes mutual relationships. It is, it is a way for many individuals to see what their friends and family are doing and works as a gateway towards social relationships, major news outlets, and creative content. Now, before I dive deep into the different elements of social media and their impacts, I want to discuss about the huge rise of social media and its evolution. Many different social media platforms were launched between the late 1990s to the early 2000s, such as 6 Degrees, AOL, and Friendster. But one social media platform skyrocketed in popularity in the early 2000s, which was called MySpace. According to Esteban Ortiz Ospina, in his article titled The Rise of Social Media, he states, MySpace was the first social media site to reach 1 million monthly active users. MySpace was quickly followed up by Facebook, which launched in 2004, and also grew in popularity with billions of active users. Both of these social media platforms allowed you to connect with friends and families online, as well as being allowed to share creative ideas. Social media has become such a big part of our daily routines in 2022 that wherever you go, whether it's the park, the mall, schools, or even at public events, you witness people constantly scroll through their social media platforms on their smartphones. 15 years ago, there wasn't much variety when it came to social media platforms, as you only had Facebook, MySpace, and even YouTube, which launched in 2005. In the years following, many social media platforms were launched, such as Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Reddit. The huge growth of social media was mostly impacted by the innovation of the smartphone, as the consumer can download any social media platform onto their phone and use it at any time and any place. With the total usage of social media being at an all-time high because of its innovation, it should be known that Facebook is still the king of social media. According to a bar graph from Statista, it shows that Facebook contains about 2.9 billion active users worldwide, with YouTube not too far behind at 2.5 billion. This large number is due to 74% of an adult audience consuming the app daily. Social media heavily attracts teenagers as well, as 79% of teenagers use social media in 2022, which has been increasing at a rapid rate since 2015, according to Stefan Ellerbeck from a World Economic Forum article about the usage of social media by teenagers. Ellerbeck also displayed a bar graph in his article where 95% of teenagers use YouTube from ages 13 to 17. With the innovation of social media and how it's changed so much from when it was first introduced, there are many benefits that came with it. Social media allows you to develop easy connections with friends and family. It allows you to share creative content such as arts and crafts, and it can also be used to start and expand a business, which is a concept that a lot of individuals are doing now. Even if social media gives us many benefits throughout our daily lives, it can also detriment us as well. With teenagers in our current generation spending an increased amount of time on social media, they are more likely to engage in cyberbullying behaviors. Cyberbullying can take on many forms, such as exposing private information online, social exclusion, cyberstalking, harassment, and etc. According to an article by Catherine Coe titled Social Media Addiction Linked to Cyberbullying, she states when adolescents are online, they adapt to a different set of social norms than when they are interacting with their peers in person, which is why many teenagers who are affected by cyberbullying and online harassment develop mental health issues and physical issues over time just by seeing the disgusting things that are being said of them. False information that is shared throughout many social media platforms has had a great impact on everyone's perspective, and it makes people believe every huge news story that is posted on certain platforms tends to be true, but in reality, that isn't the case. The spread of misinformation has posed as a severe threat to public interests, as there have been many incidences where misinformation about major events such as the presidential elections, the COVID-19 pandemic, and etc. Even though social media can be highly prominent in spreading useful information, there have been a recurring theme over the years where researchers have noticed there is more inaccurate information posted than accurate information. An example of misinformation spreading across social media platforms was during the 2018 floods in the South Indian state of Kerala. A fake video on the Malappuzha dam leakage created unnecessary panic among citizens, according to Sadiq Muhammad's article on the disaster of misinformation. A huge reason why misinformation appears on our social media platforms so frequently is because of the algorithm and the individuals who are behind the websites that post inaccurate information do it because it maximizes their content engagement. Now, to wrap this up, social media was one of the biggest inventions in the last century, and it quickly became a part of our daily lives as technology started to evolve, and because of its convenience, and it's the fastest way we can retrieve information. Social media impacted our lives very much to the extent that it's become more than just a platform where you can communicate with friends and family. It has become a very powerful tool where you can voice your opinion on many subjects and even influence a wide spread of people in certain areas. Even over time, it's grown to be a platform where people are allowed to launch their businesses and engage in marketing strategies. Our lives have become very, very convenient because of the innovation of social media, and it has provided many benefits for us as individuals, but it also has provided many disadvantages as well. If we as people can use social media more wisely, then having social media integrated into our daily lives will be beneficial for all of us.